All right, welcome back to Crunch Bites. It's just me here, Chris Holden, with John Jones tonight. Um,
Hello.
Here's the question we're fielding from Ben Leary. Lifestyle changes due to a tight dev schedule, health, fitness versus necessary gaming. Need time to make for. Listen to me, I can't even put together a sentence tonight. Actually, I'm just reading it, and that's how it's written. Need to make time for both? All right. So here's my little thoughts on that. If you're at a desk all day, and when you're crunching, you're obviously going to be there a long time. These days, even non-crunching, if you're passionate about your work, you can end up there 12 plus easy. I've been at desks longer than 16 hours. I think I've been at a desk for over 24. I remember falling asleep at a desk plenty of times, and those are not healthy at all. Uh, there's really easy ways to remedy that and actually improve your work scheduling. Is every hour, on the hour, get up from your desk and do some little stretch or exercise. Not only will you be exercising all throughout the day, just a little bit. I mean, just get down and do one push-up. You don't have to go crazy. Not like a full workout here. But what it also tells you is you get in a mental state of how much work you've done every single hour. And I've found that really helps me have a better gauge of my time, schedule, etc. Another major pitfall that people run into, especially when crunching, is pizzas or just other crappy food that's your boss, producer, whatever might order you. Just might order in for all the guys just because they're working late. It's often pizza. I've worked at companies where it was just every single night when we were crunching, it's pizza after pizza after pizza, and I'm like, I basically just went and, not complain like, I don't, how dare you, but voice my, like, pizzas just make you, they make you drag, they make you slower, they make you tired. Why don't we have something good, like a nice, I don't know, like a salad or some nice fresh vegetables on a sandwich or something, but dough and cheese. It's the perfect combination for lethargic food. It's if you want to exercise and you know a little bit about it, to never eat like a pizza or something cheesy like a dairy right before you work out. It just makes you tired. What do you think, John?
Pizza bad. Make slow. And back to you, Chris.
Damn it, I didn't have time to drink.
No, I totally agree that that kind of food can really slow you down. And in my experience, whenever I crunch, I've learned over the years to really focus on trying to stay what I call three-dimensional, where if all I do is go to work and then go home to go to sleep, I have no life anymore. I'm not carving out time for myself, and I'm basically psychologically and emotionally sacrificing it willingly for the sake of the project or employer or whatever. But what I've learned is really, really crucial is to carve out time for myself to do things. Carve out time for something that's purely indulgent. Like one of the best work-life balance things I found since I moved to New York City is I have maybe like 25 to 50-minute commute by train every single day. And I could just zone out or just play games all day or whatever. But instead, when I came here, not that I was crunching or anything, but just in terms of like so much of my life is revolving around work now with this huge commute. I started reading things like reading Sherlock Holmes or reading H.P. Lovecraft or just whatever fun stuff that interested me. Like just like forcing myself to like inject put things just for me into my life in the midst of everything else. And I for about a couple of years up till recently I smoked and cigarettes, and that was good for me. Well, good for me because it got me away from the computer, because it was something external, something internal, like the nicotine addiction, pulling me away from my computer to go out and refocus on something else, look at my phone, and sort of like just change out of that. Recently, since I moved here, actually, I've lost 30 pounds, and I quit smoking after 2 years, which is awesome. And now I use the electronic cigarette thing, but I'm even weaning down off of that. Now I'm just kind of in the habit of, when my head is full at work and I'm, working long hours maybe, I'll just stop and go outside, or I'll go read a book or just enjoy the sun or something and force myself into that mindset. And granted, that's more of a mental health thing than a physical health thing, but that's kind of, well, that's the most I really got going on. But my rule is I need 2 or 3 hours every day to myself, no matter what. Even if I have to short myself on sleep a little bit, that time is important to me. I think it's important to find out what's important to you and let yourself know you're worth it enough to want to fight. Fight for that time.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, one of the things I noticed, smokers do take a lot of breaks. And I'm not going to advocate smoking, but last place I was at, we had a guy that was a pretty heavy smoker, but he was a programmer, but the other programmer didn't smoke. But the other programmer would always go out on break with him, just to go outside, get some fresh air, get away from the computer. It seemed like a pretty wise decision to me. It's, that whole taking a break, again, it's like what I was talking about, every hour on the hour you get up and kind of do something. It's kind of on the same lines of that. Though I used to know a guy, he would get up for a 30-minute smoke break every 30 minutes. He didn't really go. That's what I always used to say. He didn't get a lot of work done. But another thing that I think helps, and I was writing an article the other night that I haven't said anything or posted anything about it yet, about killing time. And one of the things I had noted on it was about having like hobbies at your reach, as in I can reach right here, and I have these little hand gripper things. They're just little exercise thing for grip, good for carpal tunnel. And I've also got like those resistance bands, those exercise bands, you can stretch them.
Oh, that's cool.
These things are really, they weigh nothing. They take up, look at how much space this takes. It's like nothing. It weighs nothing, takes up nothing, but the resistance you can get from that is really high. I mean, and if you think I'm a pussy for having the pink one, here's the heavy one. I use that one for deadlifts. But yeah, any other thoughts on that? We can actually wrap this one up pretty quick if you want.
Yeah, I think just when you're crunching, part of staying healthy is being mentally healthy and physically healthy as much as you can, and just realizing that you're worth it and it's worth the time, and understand that ultimately you still control your own life and the way you spend your time, and it's your responsibility to yourself and to the ones you love, and to some extent to your employer, to just be who they hired you to be who the person that loves you loves, be the person that you like, and realize it's worth taking that time, because it's really easy if things get so routine to just sort of lose track of that. That's something I struggle with constantly.
Routine can mess you up bad, man.
Yeah.
I had to figure out some things here recently and change my routine around, because you can just get sucked into something and forget. Pretty much, like I said, you forget who you are. You're just doing the same thing. And just to quickly toss in, because you said something about getting in necessary gaming as well.
I was about to say the same thing, yeah.
I worked at places where, every day at 5, and this was, of course, back in the late 90s, we'd take our Counter-Strike break. At 5 p.m., we all jump on the server. Co-op games at a studio where you can play with other guys is great for that. You just have maybe it's like an hour break, 30-minute break, whatever, just a quick gaming break. I've also known lots of guys that would do that over lunchtime. They would do just over lunch, they'd all get together and play like Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's awesome. I've had that at different studios too. When I was working at 2K Austin, we all got the first Modern Warfare for free with our video cards. So every day at like 6 o'clock, we'd just start playing until we kind of, just wrapped up and went home.
Okay.
At Avalanche, there a few people play League of Legends. At Vigil, they're all about World of Tanks. It's a great way to kind of, just be with your coworkers in you're still at work, but you're doing something fun, and there's not the whole businessy kind of, work kind of environment.
You remember back at Mythic, everybody playing Battlefield.
Oh, God, yeah.
Crazy. And I've done a little bit of the Minecraft, but Minecraft, the downside to that is it's not like you get a quick match in. You don't get it's not I like games that have like a quick game or a quick match. That way you can just have nice short boom. Whereas Minecraft is more like a time sink. I know, I play it a lot.
And if you can't afford to take that kind of time, something I've gotten into is, or I'm starting to get into more, is just finding games to play, just like on my phone. Like I know everybody in the world is playing this, but Candy Crush has been really good for just
I
filling
hear
really
so
small
much about
moments.
Candy Crush.
Well, dude, it's weirdly addictive. They keep introducing just new, interesting new game mechanics, like about every 10 to 15 levels. It is like numerically leveled, so when other people play it, everybody asks like, "Ooh, what level are you on?" "Oh, you're
Yes.
on 79. So you have chocolate now." "Oh man, there's this other level." And you can see where your friends are in the path. So it's interesting game mechanics. It's easy to kind of grasp. The strategy can be surprisingly deep. Really short play sessions. It's perfect for water cooler conversation. Just even little things like that still make me feel like I have something in common with other people that are playing games. I even get that little bit of time in. Or even something as simple as Tetris or a crossword puzzle or Scrabble,
Sudoku.
Sudoku,
Brain
emulators.
Age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just real quick
Like,
about Candy Crush. I listened to the Opie and Anthony show, which you should too now that you're in New York, because that's where they are.
oh, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, and they talk a lot about local stuff, so that'd be good for you to learn some shit. Um, the show's hilarious, by the way, but every time I think it's Anthony starts talk about the Zimmerman trial or guns or something, which is stuff that he was really into there. Uh, Opie would start playing Candy Crush, and you would just hear it in the background. It was just kind of like a bit they did, because he'd say, "Well, I know he's gonna rant for a few minutes, so I'm just gonna play Candy Crush," and you would hear the sound effects in the background. I mean, they knew what they were doing. They were doing it on purpose, but anyway,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. You think we should wrap this one up then, or?
Yeah, yeah. The last thing I'll say is emulators. Get a small, like what I did. I got a small 7-inch tablet, and I'm just playing through all my perfectly legally acquired old ROMs. And
Exactly. I had the
that's
same thing on PSP. I've seen everybody do that with their phone. They emulate all the games on there. Some games you can't play without the proper controller, but yeah.
oh yeah, when you can, it's awesome. I'm just started up Link to the Past, but
Nice.
just like mobile gaming can be really really helpful. I mean, commute time, toilet time, random just waiting for something time, or just fuck it, I don't smoke if I need 5 minutes outside time. Just take the time.
Absolutely. Take time for yourself. Don't get
There-
sucked into the terrible food of crunches. Don't get sucked into sitting for too long. Remember, you gotta get up. You gotta move. And if you got more questions, feel free to send us questions at you know us on Twitter and all this other crap. I mean, we have already just from the first, we have a list of like 100 questions. So we may never get to you unless you ask a really easy question to answer. Then we'll jump right on it. But yeah, thanks for checking out the Crunch Bites. See you next time.
Thanks, folks.